Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another episode of Put Some Miles on It. You join me here with a very dirty B9 S4. Essie is having a rough kind of end of the winter. She's a little dirty, but we're gonna get her washed up tonight. Another video coming tomorrow, maybe? Gonna film again tonight. Anyways, before I get into what this video is about, I wanted to apologize for my lack of content lately. I know I said there'd be a new video out every week and I've been lacking. I will admit that. The reason for that is because we had a cold snap and it was like minus 25 to minus 30. So kind of getting out in this thing to go film a video didn't really seem super, smart, just because A, I don't want to get frostbite, and B, I don't want to go drive this thing for short distances and then shut it off. But as you see, it's sunny again and warm. It's like -2, so it's not that bad to be out here. And the snow is melting a little bit due to the sun. But it's supposed to get to like +6 in the next couple days. So content is coming. I wanted to apologize for the no BC video. I thought I had everything dialed when I left. I had everything charged up and ready to go. And then I got to the Okanagan and I tried filming and my camera was freaking out due to a software update. That has been fixed. Anyways, so this video, what is this video about? There's a lot of people out there that when they buy cars, maybe they're not car people. Maybe they don't know what to look for in a car. But maybe they do, and maybe this video is going to be irrelevant to you and you don't need to watch it because you already know exactly what you want and we're good, right? That's probably me, because I knew exactly what I wanted. And what I wanted was an S4, but not just any S4. I wanted something that I know I'm going to love no matter what. And it's a car that will always kind of surprise me in a way. And that's exactly what this thing's done. So this video is going to explain what you should look for in a B9 S4. And this could apply to the S5 too, but we're going to focus on the S4 because that's what I own. So I'm going to explain to you what to look for in an S4. What are the best options and options that I recommend from an owner's perspective that you should get? Because this car has so much technology. It has so much little quirks and features, right, that many people maybe don't know about and don't know that they should maybe look for it when they're wanting to purchase one. All right, so as you can probably see, my car is gray, but it's Daytona gray and it's a pearl paint. So I don't know if you can really see on the side of the car. I apologize, the car's really dirty. It's warm out now, so there's a lot of slush on the roads, but there is a kind of a white, it's hard to tell, but on the fender here, when I look at it, there is, first of all, a lot of sparkle, and it has kind of like a white undertone, especially in the sun. It's like a kind of bluey white undertone. It's really nice. So Daytona Gray Pearl is definitely something I recommend if you're into more kind of, classy colors, not bright. But if you want bright, then there's red and turbo blue and all that stuff. So it's a fully loaded spec. It's Daytona Gray Pearl over Magma red. So I don't know if you'll be able to see from there, but it does have red seats, which is sick, red guts, and that goes throughout the back of the car as well. This car also has the sport package from the factory, which includes the sport exhaust. My car's catless in stage 2, so it's gonna sound different. But it does have the sport exhaust, so slightly different resonators and all that stuff. And then this car also has the driver assistance package. So I have radar cruise, adaptive cruise control, traffic jam assist, curve control, all this crazy stuff. And I'll get into that once we switch from the tripod to the handheld. But yeah, there's so many things that this car has that you can option or you could look for that matter. And I just kind of want to explain what I recommend. Because when you buy a car, I think you should buy something that you're going to love, that you can drive every single day. And maybe it won't put a smile on your face every day because German cars are stressful, but it'll put a smile on your face when you want it to. And a car that you can enjoy and be proud of and be like, hey, I went out of my way to look for this and I made the right decision and I don't regret it. The biggest thing is no regrets. I am in love with this car and I don't regret it at all. It's my favorite car I think I've ever owned, and I've only had my Golf R, but I think it will be my favorite car for a long time. All right, guys, you join me inside the interior of my 2018 S4. And I'm going to go over kind of interior options that you should be looking for when you're wanting to, if you're looking to buy one of these. So Magma red seats, which are beautiful, with some carbon Atlas carbon inlays, what Audi calls it, which is also very, very nice in the sun. And then I've got black headliner, black plastics, which is pretty common in kind of this year of cars and newer cars. Suede on the doors, which is, I think that's standard in most S4s. And then, obviously, a bunch of silver trim. That is aftermarket. I got that for Christmas. And then I got the flat bottom steering wheel, which is part of the S package. So with the Audi Sport package, you get a flat bottom steering wheel, which is really nice. But yeah, pretty, I guess common for a car in this class is to have carbon fiber on the inside, but it is an option. So, moving on from that, I'll explain the driver assistance package and I think it's called the technology package or something like that. So in this car, there's so many packages to explain. But, whoops, sorry. I bumped the camera on the window. My bad. With the, first of all, with the Prestige, you get a digital dashboard, which you've seen in past videos. That digital cockpit is amazing. You've got your map in there, music, Bluetooth, any errors with the car, and power gauges and all that stuff, which is awesome. And then this car does have, my S4 has the MMI Navigation Plus and Audi Connect. So that is also an option, and I recommend that. Audi Connect is a little annoying sometimes, and my Audi is also annoying, but it gives you peace of mind when you're, let's say, out of the country or on a vacation or just away from the car in general. You can keep an eye on it, make sure it's locked, make sure everything is okay. You can see your oil through there, automatic service reminders, all that stuff. So that comes, I believe that comes with the technology package. I'm not sure if that's what it's called, but I'm going to just call it that because I know that there is a package for that, because I know in some S4s you get an analog gauge cluster with a smaller LCD screen, and in my car I've got the full digital cockpit and pretty much everything. So there's that. And then another thing I highly recommend, if you're a music person like I am, get the Bang & Olufsen 3D sound. Try and find that if you're looking for an S4. It's really nice. It's great to have. All right, next up is the driver assistance package. So with the driver assistance package, you get adaptive cruise control, curve control, traffic jam assist, and kind of your just standard cruise control if you want, and lane keep assist as well, which is really nice. So the curve control, how that works is if you're using cruise control, say you're going through the mountains, say you're going to the Okanagan and you're taking Highway 1, curve control will actually, the car will see the curve coming and it will slow the car down to a safe speed to take that turn, whatever the turn may be. And because everything on this car is adaptive, the car can kind of work in sync with itself to make the turn as smooth as possible and then hit the accelerator on the way out of the corner. And the car will actually turn the steering wheel by itself. I'll put in a clip in the video of me using the adaptive cruise control on a road trip. It's crazy. It's so sweet. And then traffic jam assist, for those of you who don't know, if you're in touch and go traffic in the city, you can actually turn on traffic jam assist and it ties in with your cruise control. And your car will accelerate, stop, and accelerate again, and stop. And you don't have to have your hand on the wheel. You don't have to have your hand on the your feet on the pedals, pardon me. The car will do it all for you. And these cars are so smart. Mind you, this is a 2018, right? I mean, people were blown away when Teslas could do that. And now, like, this is a 2018 Audi, and it can do it too. So that's pretty cool. Good job, Audi. Not only do you make driving easier, but you also make it fun if you have the right car and the right year. No offense to the new cars, but they're kind of, yeah. The new RS5, however, and I'll put a photo up here. The new RS5 is really nice, but I'm kind of kind of bummed they got rid of the S4 platform, but you know what? All right, guys, so now we move on to the outside of the S4 to kind of go over what you should get in terms of performance and packages and color and trims. So let's switch the camera around and I will explain what I believe is kind of the best options for a great daily driver and a great car if you ever want to track it. All right, guys, so now that we are on the outside of the S4, I'm going to go over some things that, sorry, just adjusting the camera. I'm going to go over some, whoops. Okay, never mind. I'm going to go over some things on the outside that I believe are kind of the best options if you're looking to buy a 2018 B9. Number one, and this will tell you kind of what I'm going at here, the S package. So the Sport package from Audi gets you red painted calipers. We already went over the flat bottom steering wheel. And you get, not only do you get adaptive brakes, but you also get adaptive suspension. And I know you can't see it in there, but so the adaptive suspension is really cool how it works. The car reads the road, and in conjunction with the suspension and the car's electronics, will adjust the suspension on the fly. So what mode you're in depends on how quickly the car reacts to the bumps. So, you know, it's got adaptive dampening, and that changes with drive modes, but also just changes when you're driving. Because you could be in comfort mode and the suspension will still be stiff. And then if you're on a super smooth road, the suspension will stiffen up, sorry. If you're on a bumpy road, it'll soften up. In dynamic mode, it'll also stiffen and soften. And then in dynamic sport, it becomes super stiff. But really cool feature. Okay, so we went over the S package. We'll go over quickly the rest of the driver assistance package. So you got one radar down there. You also get a 360 camera with the technology package. So you got a camera there, one on that mirror, and then of course one at the back. Here's your other radar sensor for the adaptive cruise control. And then up here is your cameras that tell the car a bunch of stuff, actually. And one of the cool things is that I don't know if this is everyone's cup of tea, but this car does know it can read signs and speed limit signs, which is really cool. So yeah, I mean, hey, for a 2018, pretty damn smart. All right, so another part of the S package is, of course, the sport exhaust. And like I said, my car's catless, so it's going to sound a little bit different, but nonetheless, here's a quick sound clip. Just because that 3.0T V6, single turbo V6, sounds so good. And yes, my car's catless in stage 2, so it's going to sound different, but we're going to rev it in dynamic drive so it doesn't pop, but it still sounds smooth, not raspy, smooth. So yeah, not too bad for a single turbo V6 and a 3-liter, but not bad. It sounds good. My car does have a couple kind of small issues because we did the catless downpipe ourselves, so I got to get my V-band clamp replaced, and my one exhaust valve is broken. I explained that in the last video, I think. So got to get that fixed, but nonetheless, once you get under load, that valve opens, so it doesn't matter anyways. And the other side, the valve is just coated, or not coated, unplugged, but it's open. So it still sounds good. All right, guys, so I just came in here to take a little warm-up break. Another really cool thing, and I don't know if this is on all S4s or just the Prestige, but when the car is off and locked or just off, you can have the heat running. So if you're going inside the store and you don't want to have a cold interior, just hit the center button and it will turn on the heat. But once you turn it off, it turns off. So don't turn it off if you don't want it on, or don't want it off, sorry. In that last clip with the with the exhaust, the rev clip, this car does have more D-spool with the turbo as well because of the catalyst exhaust, so just take that in mind. But stock, these cars do sound pretty good. I will throw in a clip of my car from when it was stock and kind of show you the difference. If you do buy one of these, a mod I highly recommend, stage 2 and a catalyst downpipe, intake. I don't have an intake, but that's what I recommend. All right, guys, well, I hope you enjoyed this video. I know it was a short one, but limited time. So yeah, those are my kind of things that I would look for if you're wanting to buy a B9 S4. If you do buy one, let me know, and I'd love to, if you're from Calgary, I'd love to check it out. So anyways, guys, please like, comment, subscribe, share, do what you got to do. Tune into my Instagram at that Daytona Gray S4 or the YouTube's Instagram. Put some miles on it. And I'll see you guys in the next video, which will be probably tomorrow because tonight we're going to go do some after dark car spotting, perhaps. Dealership car spotting. Go see some cool cars. And go wash my S4. Anyways, guys, drive your cars. Enjoy them, take the long way home, and enjoy this short montage with the little bit of camera battery I have left. Peace.